Hello, May class, and welcome to your next maths lesson. In the previous lesson, we were looking at equivalent fractions, and we were finding some equivalent fractions that were equal to a half. In today's lesson, we are going to be carrying on looking at equivalent fractions, and our LO today is, can I recognize equivalent fractions? And it's obviously part 2, so we're continuing with that. So before we start, can we please get our pieces of paper, our pencils, and we're going to start the arithmetic. Remember your numbers from 1 to 10 and write out the following questions. 4 times 9, 18 times 9. What is 110 as Roman numerals? What number is next in the sequence? 44, 56, 67, 78. So what is the next number in that sequence? What is 3 times 5? 72 divided by 12. What is half of 120? What is 7,643 plus 2,321? What is 6,742 minus 2,611? What is 96 divided by 12? So pause the video now and work up these 10 questions. Okay, I did notice a small error with our sequencing. If you were saying to me, Mrs. Van Hoffel, this is very strange. I don't understand the sequencing question. I wrote down, I've got the wrong number down, so I have corrected it. Hopefully that will help with your sequencing. So the sequencing numbers are 45, 56, 67, 78. What will the next one be? Can you also tell me what it is going up in? What is the sequence? Okay, so I'm going to be going through the answers. So get a pen and get another color pen to mark with, and then I will go through the answers with you. So 4 times 9 and 7, I'm just going to go with the 2 across. So 4 times 9 and 72 divided by 12. So 4 times 9 is 36 and 72 divided by 12 is 6. 18 times 9 is 162. Half of 120 is 60. What is 110 as a Roman numeral? It is CX. What is 7,643 plus 2,321? It is 9,964. The sequence, it is going up in 11s. So we have 45, 56, 67, 78, and 89. 6,742 minus 2,611 is 4,131. Then the last two, I'm going to delete this in case you can't see it. The last two questions were 3 times 5 is 15 and 96 divided by 12 is 8. So mark those just with the dot if they're incorrect and correct them, or a tick if you've got them correct. Moving on to the rest of our lesson. So we're carrying on with equivalent fractions. So as a quick task and as a recap, which one of these is the odd one out? So pause the video now and let me know which one is the odd one out. So the best way to do this, I'm going to go through the answers now, is to write down what each fraction is. So this one is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's made up of 10 pieces. Ooh. So it is made up of 10 pieces, of which 5 are colored in. This one is made up of 2 pieces, 1 is colored in. This one is made up of 4, 8, 12 pieces. And we've got, it's made up of 12 pieces, of which 2, 4, 6 are colored in. And this one is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, of which 3 are colored in. If we put them next to each other, we have got a half, We have got 5/10. We have got 6/12. And we have got 3/5. Sorry, that should be a 5. So if we look at these, you can see that actually this is a half, that is a half, and that is a half. This is not. So your odd one out would have been this one because it is not an equivalent fraction when we are looking at halves. So give yourself a little tick if you got that. Today, we will be looking at how we can use number lines to help find equivalent fractions. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be looking at how we can use number lines to help find equivalent fractions. So here are 2 number lines, and the first one's been divided into 2. You can see we've got 1, 2. Okay, the one below has been divided into 4. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. If we have a look at these and we look at the, let me get a color so we can see. If we have a look at the pink one, if this here is our whole, that is one whole, it has been broken up into 2 equal pieces, which means that this one is half and this one is a half. Okay, so one of these would be 1/2. The one below, the pink one again, has actually been divided into 4 equal pieces, which means you can still see the half that we've got there. Okay, but then we have 1 there, 2 there, because that one is 1/4, that is a quarter, that is a quarter, and that is a quarter. So we have got 4 quarters, which are the same as 2 halves. Okay, so 4/4 is the same as 2/2, which is the same as 1 whole. Okay, if we are looking at that, you can see from this line that 1/4 and 1/4, if we add them together, we get 2 quarters, is the same as 1/2. So let's fill in the equivalent fractions and, well, let's fill these in and find the equivalent fractions. So if we fill this in, just as I've done in the previous one, you are going to fill this in. This is telling you, obviously, this is showing you 1/2. This is showing you 1/2. This one here is showing you 1/4. This here is showing you 2 quarters. This third one here is obviously showing you 3 quarters, because each one of these is a quarter. Okay. And obviously all of them together give you the 1 whole, but we can see that actually 1/4, 2 quarters is the same as 1/2. They are equivalent fractions. They are equivalent, they are equal. Okay, so when looking at this, can we complete the missing equivalent fractions using our number line? We've got it written into 8s over here, so we can see that there are 8 equal squares, and each time that they go up using our number line, think back to when we were counting. We've got 1/8 there, so there's 0/8 over there, there's nothing. Then we have 1/8 colored in, 2 8s, 3 8s, 4 8s, 5 8s, 6 8s, 7 8s, and then we've got 8 8s, which is the same as 1 whole. So if we were to look at that, and we were to see that this number line is the same distance as this number line, they are both equidistant, they are both 0 and 1, we can draw a line, and let me draw a straight line from 4 8s down to here, and we can draw a line between this one here would be 2 8s, this one here would be 6 8s. So we can see that our number line has been divided into something else. I want you to think how many, if we do this, how many equal pieces has our number line been divided into? So there's one piece here, there's one piece there, one piece here, and one piece here. So your number line has been divided into 4 equal pieces. So whereas this one is 8 over 8 because it's been divided into 8 equal pieces, this has been divided into 4 equal pieces. This would be 1/4, that would be 2/4, 3/4, and then 1 is equal to 4 over 4. What does this tell us though? Let's have a look. If we are looking at these fractions and we have just seen, sorry, I've just cleared it and I shouldn't have. We have just seen that it is into 4s, and we have just seen that, sorry, there's my pen. This is 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4 over 4. And this obviously is 8 over 8 because they are equal. And we were saying that 1/4 is the same as 2 8s because there's my line, it's the same distance. 4 8s is also equal to 2 over 4. Let me actually write that the other way around so that we don't get confused. 2 over 4 is the same as 4 over 8. Then we have 3 over 4 is the same as 6 over 8. We can see that here and here. So we can start seeing that using the number lines, we can start finding our equivalent fractions. I want you to have a look at this and see if you can place these equivalent fractions on your number line. So this is a challenging one, and we'll need to use our multiplication facts, okay? A simple thing to help us is the following. Look at your number line and think, okay, I'm going to divide it into, if we look at 4 equal pieces, okay? I want one of those. So we're going to have one, and it says use your multiplication facts. So if I have got, and I will write it on the side so you can see, my pen. The first number we're going to look at is 1 over 4. And it says use your multiplication fact because from the previous slide, you've already seen that 1 over 4 is the same as 2 over 8. And we can see that 4 and 8 are multiples of each other, as are 1 and 2. What has happened to 1 to get it to 2? We've timesed it by 2. What has happened to 4 to get it to 8? We've timesed it by 2. So we've times the top and the bottom by the same number, and that has given us an equivalent fraction. If I were to look, I can see that this is a number line that is broken into 12 equal pieces. What have you done to the 4? How do you get 4 to 12? You times it by 3, okay? So we say 4 times 3 gives me 12, and then what I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So 1 times 3 is 3. So I would find that 1/4 is the same as 3/12, because what we do to the top, we do to the bottom. And I could refer back to, I have and I will share it with you, a fraction rule. Let me share it with you. Give me a second. Okay. Right, let's change what I'm sharing. And referring back to our fraction rule. So remember that we are looking for we're looking for something that is the same as 1/4. Okay, so actually this is wonderful because this lets me look at equivalent fractions. So I'm going to clear all of it. Okay, I want to find an equivalent fraction to 1/4. Oh, I can see that actually 1/4 is the same as 1, 2, 3/12. Okay, I'm going to clear all of this. Show me my fraction. If I follow that line down, this one here, if I follow it down, I can see that 1/4 is the same as 3/12. 3/4 is the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 twelfths. So if I go back to my screen share, we can see from this, we've already discussed that 1/4 is the same as 3/12. Okay, if we have to move over, so we've done this one, we've just seen that 3/4 is the same as, using our fraction rule, 9/12. So this will be 3/4. You could also have worked it out by doing the following. You could have said 3/4, and I want to get it to something over 12. What have I done to 4 to get it to 12? I've times it by 3, and then what I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So I'm going to times that by 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. So that one is correct. And you can see with your 1/6 and your 1/3, you are still trying to get them to be equal to something over 12. Okay, so at the same time, I want you to think, what are you doing to 6 to get it to 12? What are you doing to 3 to get it to 12? And what you do to that bottom denominator, you need to do to the top one. So whatever you're multiplying the bottom by, you multiply the top by. So pause the video now and give that a go. And I will clear this so you can see it better. It is also helpful to show your working for what you have done for these numbers here. So this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So what have you done to get them so that they have the same denominator, so that we can put them onto our number line, or we can say 1/4 is equal to 3/12. So what have you done to be able to do that? So pause the video now and see what you can do. Right, your independent task today is the following. You're shading the bar to represent your fraction. So the first question says, shade half of the bar. So which one are you going to shade? This one says, shade 2/4 of the bar. C says, shade 3/6 of the bar. And then it says, what do you notice? What other fraction is equivalent to 1/2? And then you can list those for me. Question 2 says Mo is finding equivalent fractions. So he's got his number lines there. He says that 6/8 is equivalent to 4/5. Is he correct? Do you agree with them? And then I want you to explain your answer, please. And question 3 says find the missing numbers. So you can see what we're going up in at the top. I would like you please to write out this number line. You can see that the one at the top is written in 14ths. The one at the bottom is written in 7ths. The one at the top of this one is written in 15ths, and the one at the bottom is written in 5s. It is important that you remember what I said about getting your fraction to the same denominator. So what have I done to 5 to get it to 15? Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So remember that, please. Don't forget to share your work with us on Tapestry. Please make sure that the work is uploaded by 4 p.m. this afternoon.